Let's start. All of you can see my screen, right? People?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, like we were discussing in the previous session, the ISO 27000 has one segment referred to as clauses, another segment that is referred to as annexure. All ISO standards have 1 to 10 clauses, while the annexure has been broken into 4 units. A5, which is a set of organizational controls, A6, which is a set of people controls, A7, which is a set of physical controls, A8, which is a set of technological controls. In a total, 93 controls are there for us to implement and get ourselves audited if we are an organization looking for ISO 27001 certification. Let's now start looking at the standard itself. Like I was saying, clauses for all ISO standards, not just 27001. Clause 1 is about scope. Clause 2 about normative references. Clause 3 about terms and definitions. These 3 clauses, like we will look at it right now, do not have any explicit requirement from us. So actually, the implementable aspect of ISO 27001, all ISO standards, in fact, will start from clause number 4. Let's first read 1, 2, and 3. It says, this document specifies the requirements for establishing, implementing, maintaining, and continually improving. This document specifies the requirements for establishing, implementing, maintaining, and continually improving an ISMS within the context of the organization. This document also includes requirements for assessment and treatment of information security risk tailored to the needs of the organization. The requirements set out in this document are generic and are intended to be applicable to all organizations, regardless of type, size, or nature. Excluding any of the requirements specified in 4 to 10 is not acceptable. Please realize it is simply saying 2, 3 things. A, that ISMS must be looked at from the context of that particular organization. Meaning, what kind of business you are in, what do you do as an organization, will have a large impact on your information security needs and your information security controls. 2, it is saying, please focus on information security risk. Three, it is saying that no exclusion can be sought from the mandates in the clause. So whatever you see as part of your clauses, you cannot take any exclusion from that element. In fact, exclusion can be sought may be sought from annexure only. I will quote you some references to how you can look at. So right now, from a scopes perspective, clause number 1 perspective, there's nothing that we need. It is just to give you a heads up. Clause 2, normative reference. The following document are referred to in the text in such a way that some or all of their content constitutes requirements of this document. For dated references, only the edition cited applies. For undated references, the latest edition applies. Let's understand this. It is saying two things. There will be some documents which will have dated reference. Example, ISO 27001, 2022. So I'm explicitly mentioning to you which version of ISO 27001 do you have to refer to? The one that was published in the year 2022. Everyone with me? While
Yes, sir.
there
Yes, sir.
could be some undated references. For example, if I were to tell you, refer to ISO 27000, I have not given you which version to look at. In such cases, in undated reference, latest document applies. Everyone with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Again, if you see, clause number 2 does not have anything for us to do. It is just giving you a structure on how to handle your dated or undated references. Third, terms and definition, like the term itself is saying. For purposes of this document, the terms and definitions given in ISO 27000 apply. Undated reference. You will have to find out whatever is the latest ISO 27000. You will have to refer to that for terms and definitions. This is the latest 27000 2018. So for all our terms and definitions, we will have to refer to the version of 2018. Come a time that 27000 is updated, you will have to refer to this document for all your ISO 27001 purposes. For terms and definitions, refer to ISO 27000. Latest being ISO 27000 2018. Now let's start. Let's start the actual standard. Clause 4 is context of the organization. 4.1, understanding the organization and its context. Everyone, please open your Excel sheets also. We will start to make the audit sheet also. What is the statement here saying? The organization shall determine external and internal issues that are relevant to its purpose and that affect its ability to achieve the intended outcomes of the ISMS. I understand that when an external auditor will come, he will seek a list of internal and external issues with respect to my clause point 4.1. Everyone? So all you need in clause 4.1 is list of internal and external issues, which which means if you go to audit an organization, this is what you will seek. If you are the one implementing ISO 27001, this is the list that you will have to prepare. Let's start putting together that frame of the audit sheet also, so that as we casually start reading through the standard, we start creating it. I'm adding a header saying this is what is the clause, what is the subclause, what does the standard say. What is my audit point? So I have a clause number 4, which was context of the organization. I have a subclause, which is my 4.1. What did the standard say? Copy paste what the standard sought from us. And to turn this into an audit question, I'm simply turning this into a question format. The statement says the organization shall determine, etc. I will turn this into a question. Has the organization determined? Everyone with me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Or you can turn this into two questions. In the question number 1, ask, has the organization determined external issues? In the question number 2, it is internal issues. I'm simply making this bold so that you don't need to look at the entire statement. You have to only look at these key words so that you understand. Everyone with me?
सर दिस एक्सेल शीट इट्स फॉर आवर only कि हम ही इसको यूज करते हैं एंड और वी शेयर विद लाइक मैनेजमेंट की ये हमारी गाइडलाइंस हम इसको फॉलो करेंगे बेसिकली, जैसे भी ये अपने तक ही हम रहते हैं इसके लिए।
आपका मन, डिपार्टमेंट को भेज देना बेटर होगा। अगर आप इम्प्लीमेंटेशन वाले पर्सन हो, ऑडिटर तो नहीं भेजेगा, एक्सटर्नल ऑडिटर नहीं भेजता है।
ओके,
अगर आप एक इंटरनल रिसोर्स हो तो भेज देने में कोई बुराई नहीं है। When you actually do the audit, you will mark the status of these audit points. Audit points will mostly be, the status will mostly be C as in conforming, NC non-conforming, partial conforming, improvement opportunity. Some organizations call it OFI, opportunity for improvement. Observation, Let's add a not applicable also. Everyone with me so far?
Yes, sir.
I'm old school. मुझे formatting के बिना खाना नहीं पचता है. I will first do my formatting. Conforming मेरे अनुसार is good news, so I'm converting this into green. Non-conforming for me is dangerous, so I am turning that into, oh, sorry, conditional formatting. So tomorrow, when you go and find, if you find, ask the organization to show you a list of internal issues, external issues. If you find it, mention that as conforming. If you don't find it, you mention that as non-conforming. Simple, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Comment लिखना होगा, which we will talk about later. So clause number 4.1 is necessarily asking you to audit whether the organization has a list of internal and external issues that could impact your information security. Nikhil, ऐसा क्या हो सकता है in the organization? What could be the internal things that could impact your information security?
Sir, basically firewalls updated जैसे now या फिर anti.
बस एक, thank you.
Okay.
Hemant, your example, please. What could be internal issues that could impact my information security?
Sir, as far as my organization is concerned, we are dealing with the customer care services. So my first example would be BGV, background verification check of the employees. That
Okay.
can affect the information security.
Okay. Aditya, your example, please.
That would be poor culture, inadequate or outdated technologies, or
Okay.
inadequate leadership.
Okay. Ayush,
I would say, sir, patient
ऐसा
doesn't
क्या हो
know
सकता है
the
जिससे कॉन्फिडेंशियलिटी इंपैक्ट हो जाए? ऐसा क्या हो सकता है जिससे इंटीग्रिटी इंपैक्ट हो जाए? ऐसा क्या हो सकता है जिससे अवेलेबिलिटी इंपैक्ट हो जाए? इंफॉर्मेशन सिक्योरिटी तो यही 3 टर्म्स हैं, CIA. प्रवीण, ऐसा एक्सटर्नल एनवायरनमेंट में क्या हो सकता है जिसकी वजह से मेरा इंफॉर्मेशन सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच हो जाए?
Sir, any third parties that are involved in like subcontractors, अगर वो सही से vetted नहीं है तो there can be a problem because eventually we are the one who are accountable for the data, right? So
Possible.
that is one thing as well.
प्रवीण,
Apart from that,
please continue. Please continue, CVP.
sir, apart from that,
Lost your voice.
can you hear me? Apart from that, sir, in case my understanding says in case there is kind of a data breach or an event where it could create a lot of operational and reputational loss as well. We need to have people like the government bodies where the external teams can come and help us in terms of restoring things. As in, we also require from a logical perspective and physical perspective as well, when I say
Okay.
in external parties.
Okay. Sajid, what else?
Sir, if I talk about from the quality prospect on the internal, internal side or internal risk, that would be I would say the non-performance of the matrices.
No, I'm not
Or
concerned. I am only concerned about information security. तुम्हारा क्वालिटी का KPI नहीं मीट कर रहा है, nothing to do with me. As a cyber security, information security person, I'm only concerned if your information CIA is breached. Abhinav also gave an example. Vendor that is handling our PII, if the vendor gets breached, we will get into trouble. Employee clicking on some phishing link. You have to realize information security is only about confidentiality, integrity, and availability of information. Nothing else. So when I am looking at an organization, my internal issues, let me first subgroup it. What could be the people issues? People aren't trained.
Lack of security awareness training.
Absolutely. Or InfoSec roles and responsibilities are not communicated. People lack tools to do their InfoSec jobs. Technology could be huge. Technology plays a very important part of your information technology infrastructure. So your firewall is outdated. You've not done your patches well. Your products, your softwares, your patching is not done. Encryption not used. So you could have umpteen number of issues that could be referred to as internal issues. And similarly, maybe implementation of a newer rule, a new mandate. If you are a European provider, you suddenly had a GDPR, or if you are an Indian provider, you suddenly have to adhere to DPDP Act. Like many of you were saying, vendors who provide us with their services, they have the ability to impact availability at several times. Let's say I use Airtel at AIG. अगर Airtel भी बंद हो जाए तो क्या होगा? Availability breach हो जाएगा. Correct everyone?
yes,
Correct, sir.
मैंने सर्वर पे कोई डेटा रखा हुआ है. To be able to access that data, I need my internet. But my vendor Airtel has stopped working. Or vendor who has been deployed to take care of your data management or your laptops, that vendor is not vetted well or doesn't do his job well, he could impact my CIA. There could be virus attacks. There could be so many things. ISO 27001 demands you to have a list of internal and external issues that could impact your information security. Everyone, please take 2 minutes, no, 5 minutes. Go to your ChatGPT. Nikhil, where do you work?
Sir, I worked in Technip Energies. That's the
So give a
construction.
description of your company.
Okay.
I work with whatever company
Okay.
and am implementing ISO 27001. Please help me with list of internal and external issues with respect to ISO 27001 clause 4.1. Everyone, please do this for me. I put in the command, the prompt. I put in the prompt in your chat. Sorry, I've mentioned clause 4.2. It is 4.1. Sorry for this. It is important to mention the kind of company you are working with, because this 4.1 has to be in the context of our organization. It should not be generic. Yes, sir. WTA issues with respect to. ये क्या था सर 4.1. These are factors outside your control that may adapt to 1 and 2. Legal and regulatory. Adherence to data residency laws in 35 plus countries and strict compliance with EU GDPR and EU AI Act. Okay. Geopolitical instability in project region. Client expectations, increasing demand from clients like XYZ. Please create an Excel sheet for this, all of you. Done, people? Can you please share your screen and show me what you've done? Mohsin, are you done? आयुष हो गया? Hey, Kritika. Let me take a couple of examples. I am taking two dummy companies. I work with a BPO firm offering back office services for an insurance firm. So from the tailored to an insurance backend BPO kind of an organization, they have created a list of issues. Let's look at it together. They're saying governance and leadership. If there is lack of clarity of ISMS scope and objectives, bakwas. Leadership commitment to information security, very important. If the leader is not committed, if the top management participation is not provided, your information security will definitely be impacted. Just give me a second. So this is going to be a big impact on our information security management system if the leadership participation is missing. If there is lack of defined roles or lack of defined roles or missing clarity, that would be a big issue that could impact your information security. A lot of time attrition being high could impact your organization. Insider threat and data leakage is a big problem. What typically happens is that people who are sitting on the inside are the ones who know your confidential information much more than anyone else. So these insiders, if they intentionally or unintentionally, both could happen. I could have a situation that they have done it intentional sharing of data which wasn't supposed to be done. Or it was unintentional. You suddenly are getting a lot of spam emails, phishing emails. गलती से उस link पे click कर दिया. No, people. All of us are getting too many calls like that, too many emails like that today.
Right.
So insider threats are definitely a problem. Background verification effectiveness. I am not too sure how effective. Background verification, the only purpose for us is from an information security standpoint, that people who have been involved in information security issues mustn't be hired. Correct, na everyone? That's the only objective.
Right.
Other than that, I am not concerned about whether you have forged your degree. Forging your experience does not impact me. My only concern is, do we have any known episodes of information security breach from you. Suddenly, PII is very, very dangerous. So people are not careful, and we seek PII unnecessarily. Every organization you go to, the visitor register captures your phone number. Yes, everyone? आपकी कंपनी में भी होता होगा?
Right.
Big breach. Phone number is PII, unless it is a corporate number. So if your organizational processes aren't training people about PII, you're not making this part of your disciplinary processes. Your technology is not thinking about it. Then you are bound to get into trouble. Technology landscape is very, very crucial. Your endpoint security, your firewalls, your antivirus, your patching, all of that is necessary when it gets to endpoint. Either non-existent in small companies or not regulated. I see most companies, people who are working from home haven't updated the patches. And if you are not updating the patches, it is a definitive vulnerability that could impact your organization. Everyone with me?
Yes. And sir, maybe that is why these patches are enforced on the work laptops or workstations. Is that right?
Must be. If you don't, please realize that if you are being careless about these things, if you take this in a ride, the employee understands that you're not going to punish him for making that mistake. Then he's not restarted his machine for the last 20 days. So your group policy hasn't been enforced. With
Right.
me?
Right.
So those
Absolutely. Yes.
questions will definitely be an issue. So we are here as part of your ISO 27001. We are essentially trying to identify what are some of the internal issues, what are some of the external issues that could impact information security. That's it. All we need is a list of internal and external issues. 4.2, understanding the needs and expectations of interested parties. The organization shall determine interested parties that are relevant to ISMS, the relevant requirements of these interested parties. Which of these requirements will be addressed through ISMS? I am simply copy pasting this on my Excel sheet. And again, doing the same thing like we did earlier, turning this into a question. The organization shall determine, so I'm changing this to a question form. Has the organization determined question number 1, I'm only keeping to identification of interested parties. Rutika, who would be interested on information security for your firm? किसको फर्क पड़ता है that your information does not get into wrong hands? Rutika, you around?
Yes, sir.
Who gets benefited? Who is impacted if your information gets to the wrong people?
Organization.
Can't hear you very well. Sound बहुत कम आ रहा है.
Okay. Organization will impact.
Now I'm saying who amongst your own organization or outside. I'm essentially trying to find out a list of interested parties. So
Stakeholders.
let's start with the client first.
Sure.
The client has given you, may have given you some or lot of confidential information. He is concerned if his his confidential data goes out. Employees, they have shared their PII with you, right? As an organization, I have also captured where Krutika lives. I have her home address. I have her health records. I have her bank details. Correct? So they are also interested party. Leaders, the top management is definitely interested. Society, or let's say government. Government is interested. Vendors may be interested. So ISO clause number 4.2 is necessarily asking you to make a list of interested parties and identify the requirements of these interested parties. Anyone, what would a client want? What is the client requirement from an information security standpoint? कि मेरा data safe हो. Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
और तो कुछ कोई requirement नहीं है. What is the requirement of an employee?
सिक्योरिटी होनी चाहिए, ब्रीच नहीं होना चाहिए कोई डेटा.
क्यों? तुमको क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है? डेटा ब्रीच होगा तो तुम्हारा क्या नुकसान हो गया?
सर हमारी पर्सनल इंफॉर्मेशन और जो प्रोफेशनल इंफॉर्मेशन है वो
So my PII, employee is concerned that his PII does not reach the wrong hand. What else?
yes.
Should the organization also not be responsible for ensuring that I am told about my information security roles and I am
Updated
trained on
होनी चाहिए
whatever I have to
basically.
commit, whatever I have to do as an organization?
So definitely the budget होना चाहिए कि रेगुलर firewalls अपडेटेड होती रहे, रेगुलर मॉनिटरिंग
Employee को
होती
इससे
रहे.
क्या करना है? As an employee तुमको इससे क्या करना है?
नहीं एज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बताऊंगी जो एक्सपेक्टेशन आईटी डिपार्टमेंट से होगी.
हम कह रहे हैं पहला है मेरा क्लाइंट. क्लाइंट की रिक्वायरमेंट है कि लॉज मस्ट बी अडहियर्ड टू. मेरा डेटा इधर उधर मत करना, पीआईआई को केयरफुली हैंडल करना. करेक्ट एवरीवन? एम्प्लॉय कह रहा है मेरा पीआईआई मिसयूज मत करना, अननेसेसरली मुझे जो भी काम करना है, whatever are my roles and responsibilities, please ensure that my roles and responsibilities are informed in advance and I get the requisite training to be able to live my job. Everyone with me?
Yes, sir.
Please do the same exercise. Go back to your chat GPT and do the same thing. Now we are asking, I work with a BPO firm offering back office services to an insurance firm and is implementing 27001. Please give me a list of interested parties and their requirements. Look at what they are saying. Client, regulatory and legal bodies, employee, top management, vendor, cloud and IT service providers, customers of the insurance company, that is the end user, certification body, I don't think we should consider them. Law, the government agencies and law infrastructure providers. So they are necessarily asking you, client की need क्या है? Data confidentiality, regulatory body की need क्या है? Ensure that legal compliances are met. एम्प्लॉय की रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है? एक्सेस कंट्रोल, अवेयरनेस. वेंडर की रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है? सिक्योर सर्विस डिलीवरी. Everyone with me? Please do this exercise. एक काम करें, कैन वी क्रिएट 2-3 वर्क ग्रुप्स आपस में? निखिल, कृतिका, Abhinav, can we do that? Can we break you guys into 2-3 groups and we take
Okay.
2-3 dummy companies? Let's take 2-3 dummy companies and work together.
Okay.
Fair, everyone?
Sure.
Automatically assign 5 people to each group. No. Can we assign? Can we create 3 rooms, please? ये क्या हो रहा है? Room 1, Hemant, Sajid, Abhinav. Room 2, Kritika and Sajid. No, Sajid, why is he coming twice? Room 3, Nikhil and Ayush. No, I'll move Kritika in room 3. I will move Kritika in room 3. Sign participants. Kritika move to room 3. Praveen, Naga and Mohsin, you're not getting assigned. So you'll be a separate group. I'm now opening your room. You have to create document for 4.1 and 4.2. Okay. Assume 2 different companies. Assume a bank, assume a BPO, assume one company can be, or maybe you are 3 people. You can identify companies within you and then do the documentation. Fair expectation, everyone. Syed, Kritika, Hemant.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm opening your rooms now. हॉस्पिटल व्हाट्सएप वाले ग्रुप पे डालना. Syed, Praveen, KVP, do it together as a group, all 3 of you. Okay, Praveen? Syed, please participate.
Okay, sir.
Hey, Praveen or Sayed, can you share your screen? We'll start. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Great. प्रवीण आप अपना स्क्रीन शेयर करेंगे क्या? हम शुरू करते हैं.
Praveen, are you around?
Yes, yes, sir.
Please.
Yeah, tell me. KVP.
Great. So हम एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के तो बैंकिंग का या इंश्योरेंस का जैसे सर ने बोला उसको खोलते हैं एंड विल स्टार्ट विद 4.1 एंड 4.2. आप या तो एक्सेल खोल लो या वर्ड खोल लो, हम वहां से शुरू करते हैं.
ओके, एक्सेल ओपन कर लेते हैं.
ग्रेट. तो चैट जीपीटी पे चलते हैं एंड विल ट्राई एंड फर्स्ट आई मीन वर्क आवर वे थ्रू an insurance company so that we get a lot of understanding, or a financial company. Let's do that. You can maybe write, I would like to implement ISMS in a financial organization, and please help me with internal and external issues with respect to clause 4.1. I want to implement ISO 27001 with respect to clause 4.1. Therefore, please help me with internal and external issues within the organization. अब देखते हैं वो क्या बोलता है। अब आप इसको एक्सेल पे, जैसे सर ने बताया था वैसे आप एक्सेल पे उठा के डाल लीजिए ताकि हमारे पास इजी हो जाए।
आ गया।
आप प्रवीण जी, आपकी स्क्रीन दिख नहीं रही थी।
आई लॉस्ट, मैं
I can
किस पेज पे कर रहा था वो, आप दोबारा से बताओगे?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, दिख रहा है मुझे।
आई थिंक यहीं से लिया था ना हम लोगों ने। ठीक है।
करेक्ट। अब हम इसको उठा के उसमें डाल लेते हैं एक स्प्रेडशीट में, ताकि कैटेगोरिकली हम दिखा पाए सर को।
किस में ले लेते हैं? एक्सेल में लेना है इसको?
हाँ, एक्सेल पे ले लेते हैं। और इसमें उसने तो सारे पॉइंटर दे दिए होंगे चैट जीपीटी ने, बट कुछ कुछ इररिलेवेंट भी होंगे ना, वो हमें एक बार देख के बाइफरकेट करने पड़ेंगे।
तो उसको किस में लेना है? एमएस वर्ड में?
आप एक्सेल में ले लीजिए या वर्ड में ले लीजिए, जैसे आपको ठीक लगे। मतलब एज
Excel
लॉन्ग
में
एज
ले
यू आर
लेते
एबल टू, हाँ, एज लॉन्ग एज वी आर एबल टू मेक हिम अंडरस्टैंड, वी आर गुड। फर्स्ट वाला तो चाहिए रैंसमवेयर, फिशिंग, जीरो डे अटैक्स, ठीक है। सेकंड वाला आईटी एक्ट, जीडीपीआर भी चाहिए, ओके। ये भी चाहिए, सेकंड वाला भी, लीगल एंड रेगुलेटरी रिक्वायरमेंट्स, क्लाउड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर ये भी चाहिए, थर्ड पार्टी भी चाहिए, सप्लाई चेन
ये
भी
एक्चुअली मेरी
चाहिए।
प्रोफाइल के अकॉर्डिंग ही मुझे आंसर देता है।
हाँ हाँ,
जो
नहीं,
मैं
यू आर
इससे
राइट।
इससे 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 जो मैं वो करता रहता हूँ अपनी प्रोफाइल के अकॉर्डिंग ना, उसी के अकॉर्डिंग ये
हाँ
मुझे
हाँ हाँ,
रिप्लाई देगा।
नहीं मतलब सही भी है, सही भी है। देखो, क्योंकि इसमें कुछ ऐसा कुछ नहीं दिखा रहा जो इररिलेवेंट हो इस वेंडर से स्पेसिफिकली।
क्योंकि मैं अपना नेटवर्क से रिलेटेड इसमें क्वेश्चन पूछता रहता हूँ, तो वो मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम वो वही चीज कवर करेगा।
ओके, नहीं
अपनी
सही है। दिस
प्रोफाइल में
दिस
हाँ।
गुड। और इसमें इंटरनल इश्यूज क्या बताएं? ये तो एक्सटर्नल हो गए।
इंटरनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर एंड गवर्नेंस, undefined role, responsibility, weak ISMA ownership, employee awareness and inside risks, lack of security training, human error, phishing attack। हमने बैंकिंग के अकॉर्डिंग पूछा था ना, उसने बैंकिंग के अकॉर्डिंग नहीं बता रहा था।
हमने फाइनेंशियल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन किया था जहां तक मुझे याद है प्रवीण। आप एक बार ही अपना प्रॉम्प्ट चेक कर सकते हो, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग।
ये बैंकिंग किया था।
ये फाइनेंशियल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बैंकिंग का, शायद इसमें उसी का रेगुलेशन तो आ जाएगा, उसमें जीडीपीआर आ जाएगा जैसे बैंकिंग होगा, या डीपीटीपी आएगा।
नहीं नहीं, मैंने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का नाम नहीं दिया इसमें।
ओके। और इसके बाद हमें इसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का इस शीट को रख लो आप। इस शीट का नाम रख लो 4.1 इंटरनल एंड एक्सटर्नल क्या बोलते हैं इश्यूज। और शीट 2 का उसी में नहीं नहीं, नीचे ही जहाँ पे शीट 1 लिखा है वहां पे शीट 1 पे रीनेम कर लो
अच्छा।
शीट 1 को। हाँ अब यहाँ शीट 2 पे हम 4.2 डाल देंगे, यहाँ 4.1 करके लिस्ट ऑफ इंटरनल एंड एक्सटर्नल इश्यूज डाल दो, रीनेम करके इजी हो जाएगा ना, हर चीज यही मैनेज हो जाएगी। 4.2 कर दो इसको अब आप रीनेम, और यहाँ इंटरेस्टेड पार्टीज अब हमें फिर से चैट जीपीटी ढूंढ के यहाँ डालना पड़ेगा उसी कंपनी का। उसी को कॉपी कर लो ऊपर वाले को, और मतलब क्योंकि डिस्क्रिप्शन तो हमने दिया हुआ है ना, उसी जो भी कंपनी का डाला है हमने उसी का अब हम इंटरेस्टेड पार्टीज को फिगर आउट करते हैं कौन है।
ठीक है, इसी का ले लेते हैं।
ठीक।
ऑलरेडी मैं ले चुका हूँ,
हम्म
एक बार फिर ले लेते हैं। यस 4.2। हेलो,
आपको आवाज आ रही है मेरी? हेलो।
हाँ भाई, ये पहले आप म्यूट पे बात कर रहे थे।
अच्छा ओके, मैं कह रहा हूँ आई थिंक वी आर गुड। एक और कंपनी का भी करना है, एक का बहुत है?
एक का बहुत है, बाद में हम क्लासेस की बात कर लेंगे, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट सिनेरियो लेके, क्योंकि हेल्थ केयर में अलग रूल एंड रेगुलेशन चलेगा,
करेक्ट करेक्ट करेक्ट
बैंकिंग में अलग चलेगा।
करेक्ट। तो अगर अगर चाहें तो हम एक और कर सकते हैं, नहीं तो वी कैन स्टिक विद वन एग्जांपल एज वेल, व्हाटएवर यू से।
ले लेते हैं, हेल्थ केयर का
ठीक
ले
है
लेते
ओके।
हैं।
हाँ जी हाँ जी।
इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ले लें।
हाँ मतलब एनीथिंग हेल्थ केयर का, मतलब आप हॉस्पिटल भी ले सकते हो कि अगर आप एक हॉस्पिटल में इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहे हो आप वो भी ले सकते हो। आई मीन एनीथिंग दैट सूट्स।
पहले फर्स्ट ले लेते हैं, राइट, 4.1। ये ऑलमोस्ट सेम ही है, इसमें ये एडिशन हो गया। हेलो,
बहुत हाँ, क्योंकि हेलो हाँ जी, क्योंकि पीआईआई इन्वॉल्व है एंड इसीलिए शायद सब कुछ सेम है। प्राइवेसी का यहाँ थोड़ा सा सेक्शन ऐड हो गया शायद, राइट?
हाँ ये ऐड हुआ है।
जीडीपीआर शुरू हो गया, हाँ क्योंकि आईआरडीआई। करेक्ट। हिपा हिपा आ जाएगा उसमें ना
HIPAA
उसके
इंडिया में
पूरे
आता है?
नहीं मैं इंडिया में तो नहीं है जहां तक मुझे पता है बट
यूएस का है ना
आई
HIPAA
थिंक
तो आई थिंक।
हाँ यूएस में आई थिंक डीपीडीपी में कुछ तो होगा कवरेज उसका मुझे डीपीडीपी का भी कोई ज्ञान नहीं है तो आई कैन नॉट बी श्योर ऑन दैट
DPD यूके का है या इंडिया में भी
नहीं
होता है?
डीपीडीपी तो इंडिया का है ना
इंटरनल इश्यू, लोकल स्टोर, मेडिकल स्टोर।
हम्म,
अब इसको कुछ कन्वर्ट करना है या इसको एज इट इज ही रखना है अपने साथ?
अभी के लिए तो ऐसे ही रख देते हैं और फिर देखते हैं कि सर क्या बोलते हैं दिस इज मोर ऑफ फॉर अस टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हम कैसे फिगर आउट कर सकते हैं ना कि क्या इंटरनल और एक्सटर्नल इश्यूज हैं और क्या इंटरेस्टेड पार्टीज हैं उसमें
अभी शेयर करना है स्क्रीन?
नहीं अब तो नहीं आई थिंक वी आर गुड लेट्स जस्ट वेट फॉर व्हाट सर
जस्ट
हैज टू से थैंक यू प्रवीण
Are you guys done?
Yes, sir.
Can you share your screen? Show me what you've done.
Praveen, can you share your screen and showcase it to sir?
Just a moment, please.
Do we need to make a Excel sheet out of
Yeah.
4.1? Okay.
Yeah.
So KVP, but we haven't
Fine.
created a Excel sheet.
Please quickly do that. Please quickly create an Excel sheet.
Excel sheet in audit format.
Any format doesn't matter.
So whatever we have, I can show you. We have just take the output from ChatGPT.
Show us what you have. Scroll up.
Hello, let me know if you are able to see my screen.
हाँ जी, I am.
अभी तो हमने बस यही आउटपुट ही लिया है इसमें से.
External issues, cyber security, threat landscape. तो वो बिल्कुल फॉर्मेट करके ठीक कर लो. Unnecessary information को delete कर लो because this sheet is going to be useful later also. Regulatory and legal requirements. Scroll down, please. Third party TPS. Okay. But it is not telling us the risk. It is only it is not talking about information security risk. It is saying third party vendor risk. So what is that vendor risk that we have? Ask ChatGPT to modify this with respect to information security. Okay, Praveen?
Okay, right.
Sir, would it be in link with the interested parties, right?
Interested parties
Another
with respect
advantage.
to ISO 27001.
So internal and external.
दोनों था, ये वाला इंटरनल एक्सटर्नल इश्यूज था. एक और आपको बनाना है इंटरेस्टेड पार्टीज वाला.
हमने
Sir,
interested parties वाला बनाया है.
Yes, need and expectation of interested parties we have created. So shall I share my screen?
Yeah, sure.
I
And
hope screen is visible.
data confidentiality, compliance with contractual security clauses and SLAs, protection of personally identifiable information, sensitive data, timely incident detection. Absolutely. Bang on. Correct. 4.1 भी बना लो.
Sure.
4.1. Employees, clear information security policies, security awareness, secure systems and tools. This is interested party and the requirement.
Yes, correct, sir. Need and expectations of the interested parties.
तो शीट का नाम भी वैसे ही कर दो, 4.2 कर दो शीट का नाम.
कर दिया सर, ऑलरेडी किया हुआ है. देखिए आप ऊपर देखेंगे ना,
ऊपर नहीं, नीचे जो वो शीट 1 कह रहा है ना, उसको चेंज करके 4.2 so that tomorrow.
Sure, sir.
Employees clear information security policy. ठीक है. Looks good. Please complete for 4.1 also.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Sure, sir.
What I would like is during our entire training program, we should have created a complete deck for ourselves so that tomorrow when you get back to your own work premises, you are able to quickly turn everything into a full-fledged document. Anyone else who's done 4.1 and 4.2?
Sir, we have created a generic document.
Please
Yes,
show.
Ajit. Yeah.
Now, this is the list of internal and external issues. And
Processes and operational lack of SOP across projects and clients. I don't like the lingo, the verbiage of the process and operations. Lack of standardized SOP. How does it impact information security? Weak access control and user provisioning, deprovisioning. Fair. This is information security. Ineffective incident detection and response. Absolutely. Technology and infrastructure. Use of shared systems or endpoints without strict controls. Fair. Governance, lack of defined ISMS scope and objectives. Okay. Limited top management involvement. Okay. Performance, no defined KPIs for ISMS performance.
Sorry, I changed it. And this is the internal and external both. And I think we have prepared two things. And this was the internal and external parties, interested parties. And one more, I think Mr. Patak or something else, who is the guy who was also showcasing it.
Interested party हो गया customer, travelers, protection of personal information and payment data.
This is for the
Okay.
BPO who's having travel process.
Corporate clients, secure handling of booking and employee travel data. And even personal information can be added here. Employees, clear policies and secure systems. And I don't know, मतलब मुझे ये भी लगता है कि मेरी एज एन एम्प्लॉय मेरी ये भी रिक्वायरमेंट है कि मुझसे क्या एक्सपेक्टेशन है वो बता दो और उसके लिए जो टूल्स एंड टेक्निक्स लगे वो भी सिखा दो नो
Okay, sir. And we have one more. I think somebody was a part of our Mr. Nigam. I think he had, or what he can share.
Kritika, which team were you part of?
So mine teams.
Nikhil and
We are okay so far, everyone?
Yes.
We understand thoda sa the interested parties and the internal external issues. Once we
Yes, sir.
understand risk, we will come back to this document. This is only a ballpark view, but we'll move from here further. Let's take a break. Let's take a 15 minutes ka break. We meet on the other side and we continue from 4.3 onwards. Okay, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Everyone, are we back?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we are headed into clause 4.3. This is the scope of ISMS. Let's read this first. The organization shall determine the boundaries and applicability of information security management system to establish its scope. When determining the scope, the organization shall consider A, external and internal issues referred in 4.1, requirements referred in 4.2, interfaces and dependencies between activities performed by the organization and those performed by other organizations. The scope shall be available as documented information. Please realize, wherever you see this term DI, this is a mandatory document. Mandatory document का implication ये है that if you do not have this document with you, your audit will fail. Your certification will be taken away. So this is a very, very important exercise for all of us into any ISO standard to make sure that whatever has been mentioned as a mandatory DI, it has to be put in place. अगर ये नहीं होगा, the auditor will give you a major non-conformity. Anything that has been marked as a major non-conformity will result in taking away our certificate. Let's discuss this. .2, we said list of interested parties and their requirements. 4.3, we are saying, is the scope of ISMS. Ideally, how do we write this is, A, you will have to mention the physical.
So document information is the policies, na? The policy and procedures, ये हम किस पे work करेंगे?
Anything. It could be a record, it could be a policy, it could be a procedure, it could be a document.
Okay.
When you are mentioning the scope of ISMS, you will have to choose the product or service that is in scope. For our ISMS, you will have to mention the physical and any cloud location. You will have to refer your state. There's a document called Statement of Applicability. And any exclusions that you keep, that you have from your controls. Not mandatory, but it is a good practice to mention your exclusions as part of your scope statement. For example, I'm saying AIG is going to get itself certified. So we're saying we have two services, training and consulting. I can choose to say that our scope will be for AIG training services only or AIG consulting services only. Everyone with me? I will say the physical location is my Noida office. So I have two offices, one in Noida. अब तो नहीं है. तो आप बहुत सारे जो, let's say you operate out of 20 locations, you can choose which location you want to keep within the scope of information security. So Noida, we are saying my address is D44, etc., etc. तो पूरा address mention करना होगा. You will create a statement of applicability, so that version number has to be referred. And the exclusion that you've taken from the standard. Ideally, क्या होता है कि when you are looking at the ISO 27001, you have one set of technological controls specifically for IT firms. Let me read it. Let me show it to you guys. Secure development lifecycle. It says, rules for secure development of software and systems shall be established and applied. I am saying as an organization, I don't do software development. So 8.25 becomes not applicable. Everyone with me?
Yes, sir.
Right.
So I am mentioning here, I started with 8.25 secure development lifecycle. Secure development lifecycle. 8.26 information security requirements shall be identified, specified, and approved when developing or acquiring applications. So even if you are not developing, even if you are acquiring, it becomes mandatory. So you can't leave this out. 8.27 secure system architecture and engineering principles. Principles of engineering secure systems shall be established, documented, maintained, and applied to any information security, information system development activities. We don't do any development. Exclusion. Everyone with me?
Yes.
Similarly, you have 828, secure coding principles to be applied to software development. I can seek exclusion because we don't do software development. Software testing processes, not needed because we don't do it. Separate development, test, and production environment, I can take an exclusion. Test information, I can take an exclusion. So all those exclusions also need to become part of your ISO 27001 scope document.
सर मुझे थोड़ी सी कंफ्यूजन है इसके अंदर
Please.
सर माय बिगेस्ट कंफ्यूजन कि आपने जो अभी चार्ट दिखाया था दिस इज जस्ट अ मैंडेटरी चार्ट राइट जो एवरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉलो करेगी बट
ओ भाई,
उसमें से हमें सेलेक्ट
एक ना ये रैंडम वर्ड्स मत इस्तेमाल करो, मैंने कोई चार्ट नहीं दिखाया। क्या किसको तुम चार्ट बोल रहे हो?
सॉरी एक्सेल जो आपने अभी दिखाई थी बेसिकली इसके लिए जिसमें सब टर्म्स कंडीशन क्लॉजेस से
ये वाले this one, this is the
yes sir
standard.
yes
This is
this is
ISO
standard
27001 standard. हाँ,
यस सर ये हमारे पास स्टैंडर्ड्स हैं बेसिकली हमें इसको फॉलो करने हैं बट जो हाईलाइटेड स्टैंडर्ड्स हैं ये एप्लीकेबल्स नहीं होते हैं उसके अंदर राइट
उनके अंदर नहीं। I am quoting an example for a firm which is not into software development. If you're not into software development, you can use them as exclusions. अगर आप सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट करते हो, so at 10 Energies you are certifying 10 Energies India office. If you do software development,
do we need to give any okay? Do we need to give any means region for exclusions, or we can simply put?
There is a document that you will need to create called SOA, Statement of Applicability. In that, you will have to justify.
Okay.
In fact, you will have to justify both any control that you have included, any control that you have excluded.
Okay.
Here in the scope, you don't need to give the justification. You simply need to mention the annexure number to say that these I have mentioned, these I have excluded. So 825, 827, 828, 829, 831, 833, I have taken an exclusion from. So I will mention that as part of my scope statement. With me, everyone?
Yes, sir.
25,
Yes.
27, we said 828. Then we had 831. Then we had 833. What is my 24? Okay. Now I go back to my ChatGPT and say, I am looking for ISO 27001 2022 certification, for which I need to build a scope statement. My physical offices are at Noida, D44, first floor, sector 2, Noida, and D129, Yogyar, Gurugram, and we have AWS server for our applications. Exclusions from annexure include they will mention what we do. Oh, ये BPO का ही बना दिया. Sorry. It has created it for a BPO. So it will mention your office, it will mention your AWS infrastructure, it has to mention what do you do as an organization, it will mention the exclusions. That's it. ये justification देने का कोई जरूरत नहीं है. With me, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
The scope statement is a mandatory document, so you cannot live without it. क्या डालना है? What your services are, your physical and virtual locations, your SOA version number, any control exclusion that you've taken. In the statement, one important thing to consider, if you remember when we were reading this, is it said that please refer to 4.1, 4.2, and 4.4. Remember this, everyone?
Yep. It's just 4.1 and 4.2, not 4.
It is saying external, internal issues 4.1, requirements 4.2, interfaces and dependencies, this is 4.4.
Okay.
So they will create this document, उसमें ये mention रहेगा. Otherwise, the auditor will mark that as improvement area. With me, everyone?
Okay. So scope is dependent upon 4.2, 4.3.
It has to refer to that.
Because I have to understand the business requirements.
Correct.
Which is based on 4.2.
Correct. So you are looking at building your scope vis-a-vis the context of your own organization. So that is an important consideration to have when you are doing the clause number 4.3 as an organization. (4.4) Information Security Management System. The organization shall establish, implement, maintain, and continually improve an information security management system, including processes needed and their interactions. We will come back to this at a much greater length once we understand the entire ISO 27001. What processes are talking to each other is a very important question. It's a very intelligent document. And this is going to help us a fair bit in our audit preparation, but you guys are still in very early stage to create this document. So abhi to heavy push lena, but we will come back and work at this once we have done our ISO 27001. I'm moving to 5, leadership. Auditors are very, very skeptical about and are very pushy about very pushy about leadership and commitment, as in involvement of your leader vis-a-vis your ISO 27001 infrastructure. So 5.1 lists down some methods that you could showcase the leadership and commitment. If you read this, A, ensuring information security policy and information security objectives are established and are compatible with the strategic direction of the organization. Please realize that these are two mandatory documents. Information security policy and information security objectives are mandatory for ISO 27001. If you find these documents, we will refer to that as leadership commitment. Ensuring integration of ISMS into organizational processes. So auditors want to see whether your ISO 27001 is sitting in silo or is it talking to your organizational processes. If you are ISO 9001 certified, your ISO 9001 process must refer to the 27001 process. With me, everyone?
Yes.
If the auditor observes that you are implementing information security in silo, you are going to get a major non-conformity. Integration is a very important question.
So, sir, in a way, you are saying that if a company is already ISO certified other than 27001, and now if they want to implement the 27001 certification or they want to get certified, this specific objective needs to also be inclined with what they already have in existence. Is that my correct understanding?
Don't call it ISO certification, call it ISO 9. If you are ISO 9001 certified, that is your process certification.
Okay.
So if you are ISO 9001 certified, then your company's documents must refer to the information security process to say that this is how we are managing our information security. It cannot sit down in silo. It cannot sit down in silo.
It needs to be in sync.
Yes. So much so that there are a lot of overlaps between the different ISO standards, continual improvement process, internal audit process, clause number 7.5, control of document, control of record, the control around documented information. If I see that as a separate document, that you have a 7.5 only for ISO 27001, I will mark that as a non-conformity. Ideally, it should have been referred to the same document, no?
No.
So those things have to be considered before you are doing that. Integration is crucial.
Interesting. Okay.
Ensuring that the resources needed are made available. So every process, every policy must identify what resources are needed and that you have to ensure that these resources are being made available. D, very important, communicating the importance of ISMS and conforming to the ISMS requirement. This communication can be done multiple ways. I have decided that I will do this as part of my induction training. Someone can say top management sending emailers. Someone could have posters in the company. What ISO 27001, in fact, all ISO standard wants is that you must communicate. Such communication can be done anyway, but this is an auditable evidence. Everyone with me? Ensuring that information security management system achieves its intended outcomes. So you will have a list of key performance objectives. You will have information security objectives. So you must ensure that your ISMS objectives meet their targets. If the targets are being met, we will refer to that as leadership commitment. Directing and supporting persons to contribute to the effectiveness of ISMS. Promoting continual improvement. So again, maybe in the above communicating, you can add one line promoting continual improvement. That could be the evidence. Supporting other relevant management roles to demonstrate their leadership as it applies to the areas of responsibility. So leadership commitment is a very important element that the auditor looks at very keenly. You will have to showcase that the top management was involved. what can be done to showcase top management involvement? Kritika, क्या करोगे? What will you do? Nikhil?
Proper reporting and everything is visible कि
ISMS की मीटिंग में टॉप मैनेजमेंट इन्वॉल्व था, उसका मिनट्स ऑफ मीटिंग बना लो. इंटरनल ऑडिट का रिपोर्टिंग हो रहा है तो इंटरनल ऑडिट की रिपोर्ट में लीडरशिप इन्वॉल्व होना चाहिए. सो स्मॉल थिंग्स कैन बी डन in which we can
MRM can
showcase
also
that.
be, sir, we can create MRM also.
You have to. You can. MRM is a mandatory
Yes.
document.
Yes, yes.
So you will have to create the MRM,
Yes.
and the subsequent action taken could be an evidence of leadership involvement. Absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone with me? Then they are
Yes,
saying,
sir.
please communicate about information security benefits and all that. Please promote continual improvement. All of that could be looked at as evidence of leadership and commitment. Everyone, please take 5 minutes, go through the standard till 5.1, and then we move from here. Okay? Take 5 minutes, go through this. Anyone, any questions on 5.1, 4.1, 4.2? We are clear with interested parties and their requirements and internal, external issues. Yes, everyone?
So it's clear.
4.3 clear है? एक काम कर लो, अपने ग्रुप में दोबारा बढ़ जाओ. Do the documentation for 4.3 and 4.4. Okay? I'm opening the same group, same room. Please create the document for 4.3 and 4.4.
Okay.
पॉइंट 4 के लिए तो आपने बोला था कि लास्ट में कवर करेंगे.
अभी एवी बना लो, उसको कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कॉन्वर्सेशन करेंगे once we are done with our entire ISMS. Okay?
I just copy pasted my thing in the chat, sir. I had some issues with my laptop. So
Don't trust ChatGPT too much. You will have to review what you have written.
yes, I will have to redo it. Yes, I know it is including a lot of other things as well.
Departments in scope, underwriting, technology, external stakeholders. नहीं, ठीक नहीं है. Scope ठीक नहीं है. You'll have to change this. Someone, can you please share your scope statement?
So, sir, I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah.
I've created the details for 4.3 and 4.4.
Establishment of ISMS 4.3. The information security management system at XX is applicable to the BP operations, including transactional processing. This is supported by this. This is in accordance with SOA version number. This. No, you will have to refer to 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 1, 2, and 4. That also reference has to be there.
Okay, okay.
Physical location लिखा है क्या? Noida, हाँ, अच्छा
Yes,
address.
physical location लिखा हुआ है, sir. Address
ठीक है.
लिखा हुआ है, sir.
अगर कोई भी और सर्वर है वो लिखना पड़ेगा. That's it. Any exclusions लिखना पड़ेगा.
Okay, sir. और एंड 4.4 उसको भी गो थ्रू कर लीजिए सर.
As soon as scope has been defined, considering this not needed to implementation identification. ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. एविडेंस नहीं चाहिए, बट ये डॉक्यूमेंटेशन होना हेल्प करता है.
ओके, श्योर.
हेल्प करता है.